Lyco freaks, y'all smell that? Wait, hold on. Do y'all feel that? God of War Ragnorak has officially came out on PlayStation and the hype is unreal. Now, if you're seeing this video, I am more than likely sure you guys are already playing this video game. But many of you guys are fans of Kratos just like me. So let's take a trip back to his very first game and the rest of his gaming history on the Anatomy of Gaming 3D History of Kratos. Let's get into it. Oh, 2005, how I remember you oh so well. God of War was released first on a PlayStation 2 on March 22nd, 2005. And, well, you can kind of tell it was made in 2005. Now, I don't mean that in a it looks so bad type of way, no. I'm saying that for 2005 standards, it is pretty good looking. Some details you'll notice is the chains on Kratos. Instead of having to make each link in bandage, it is best just to texture them on the model. Another thing you'll notice is on the cloth draped on Kratos is a plain mesh that doesn't have a transparency texture, which would explain the black outline on it. The polygon for Kratos here is over 5,000 polygons, which is not a crazy number for an early 2005 days. Alright, let's move forward to March 13, 2007, with the release of God of War 2. Now, like previously, the game would come out on PlayStation 2, but as you can see on my screen, my man Kratos has some new clothes to show off. The poly count for this model is again in the 5K poly range, 5,745 to be exact. Some things you will notice carrying over from the previous game is that most details are painted on and not physical, like the chains and cloth flaps. There is more care and detail put into the shoulder pads of Kratos, which looks absolutely awesome. Let's keep it moving to the year of 2010, with God of War 3 coming out on the PlayStation 3, and years later a remake on the PlayStation 4 with a 60 FPS upgrade. Today we are looking at the PlayStation 3 model in all of its Spartan glory. All the details here are in great HD, as the PlayStation 3 will mark a new era in gaming with great graphics and, in God of War's case, even more bloody good gore. The chains on Kratos are now fully modeled and instead of being painted on this time. It has battle skirt. I call it a battle skirt. I really don't know what the actual term for it is. But whatever is on him doesn't need a transparent map on it. To wrap it up on this model here, 2010 Kratos sits at 34,854 polygons. That is in the ballpark of a 29,000 poly difference from PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3. Also, just a bit of a side note, just look at those blades of chaos on him. In all honesty, of all video game weapons, the Blades of Chaos is one of my top 5 weapons I want to have in real life. Here we stand in 2013 with God of War Ascension. This game will be a prequel to the God of War series and also be the last God of War game on the PlayStation 3. Now, looking at the wrist there seems to be no sign of actual chain links being on Kratos, and I beg of you all to know this. In the game, Kratos has 2 eyes. I don't know what happened that made Kratos go all Nick Fury in this video, but in the game, he has his eyes fully. And with this being the last Kratos appearance on PlayStation 3, his poly count will be 29,917 polygons. Alright, so in this part here, we're going backwards now to 2008 to talk about a console that was very near to my heart, that being the PSP. I only played about 3 games on the PSP, and God of War Chains of Olympus was one of them. Now keep in mind, the PSP was a whole different type of hardware, as Kratos here is sitting at 3,943 polygons. Now, contrast this with the PS2 model only being an extra 1K or 2,000 polygons, and the difference is pretty much night and day. Any great detail on this PSP model is nearly unseeable. Pixelated look when getting up close to the model around any white bandage areas. This is not a bad model by any means, but obviously the PSP has some drawbacks as the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 do not. Now, some honorable 3D models of Kratos I was not able to get for this video, but they look so good in action I just wanted to showcase them. So here are some gameplay footages of Kratos appearing in other video games outside of the God of War franchise that you guys may want to check out. Let's jump onto 2020 with Kratos appearing in the hit video game Fortnite as a playable character. Now, I love the image of Fortnite. Only game where Batman and Kratos can do a drive-by on Predator and Obi-Wan. Fortnite being on the PlayStation 4 would mean big boy polygons. In this case, the polygons for Kratos in Fortnite are 36,127 polygons. Another thing to note is that the beard is sculpted on him, so keep that in mind for a model I'll be showing last in this video. I also like the contrast here of this more stylized Kratos to go up against the other more semi-realistic models of Kratos's. I really don't know like a plural term for Kratos, so I'm just gonna say Kratos's as meaning more than one. But I love how the stylized Kratos goes up against his brothers in other video games. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Kratos on the PlayStation 4 3D model. Now, I'm just gonna get the poly count out the way here, as saying big boy polygons is an understatement, as the poly count for Kratos here is 143,530 polygons. Now, I want to look at that beard of Kratos here, as without the transparent textures, we can fully see the hair cards put on him. And not just the beard, but also the fur and the eyebrows on him. I'm sure no one wants to take the time to make every single hair strand when simple texturing on the 3D plane is good enough. Also, look at all that detail From the gloves on his hands to the bandage wraps, everything is sculpted onto high detail. The texturing is fantastic, as the same scar on the torso of Kratos is seen here as it was in the previous games. Also, this game will introduce us to the son of Kratos, Atreus, who I wasn't able to include in this video. Maybe I'll do a 3D history on him after he gets a few more games. Over 300,000 polys have been credited to Kratos in his video game history. And in there, I am sure there are over thousands of gallons of blood spilled at the hands of Kratos during his destruction of the gods. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying Ragnarok like I am after watching this video. Make sure to join the Lyco Freaks with a like and subscribe, and always remember to keep it moist.